always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Rams come away with first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Check 15, check 15.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
31 yards there and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Here's a second and 7. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Operating from the gun, Patterson. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 7 to ending. 57. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up. Shoot, shoot. Put it roll. Rest.
On first down, Wilson. He gets it to Thomas. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Don't take. 57. I'm scared. 57. Mike, 57.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On first down, it's Gurley. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run with Henderson. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready, ready. Quarterback, go. 64. Get it.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's where they're all.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They run with Hines. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A gain there of 30 big ones.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Texans nothing.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the screen.
Here's Hines. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch.
This is Hines. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Check. Ready.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Let's go. 60 out, Law. Tighten this up, boys. Tighten the left. Tighten the left. Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Patterson. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. John Johnson with the INT. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Second down, it's Henderson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Patterson airing it out deep for Woods. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Hines. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. They come out here in the I. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. And they will run it with Michelle. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. Third and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. They'll try to run it in. Michelle. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Sony Michel in the final seconds of the 1st half as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Wilson. High throw, but he makes the catch.
Wilson's pass complete to number 16. A gain of 14 yards. brings up third down.
Ready? Took the outlaw. No chance. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Any weapon. He's crossing. He's checking crowd.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, it's Hines. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They run again with Hines. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Strip that ball. Back, back, back. Wait. 50 seconds to Mike.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
He's coming, double up. 66, pull it, half. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Now it's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Wilson. He's going to sling this deep down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by John Johnson. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Tight it.
Again, it's Henderson.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, Patterson. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast, game second half, no matter what, with his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Complete to number 86. A pickup of 18 yards. It's now third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
On third down, Hines. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Okay, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, that's good.
Here we go with Michelle, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second and 4 at the 9-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. He's going to have the first down past the 20. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo. Check 99. Check 99.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Gurley. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run once more with Henderson. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Set. 60 outlaw. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
They try right side here. Gurley uses the stiff arm. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Charles, defensively, one timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
50, plant.
Here's Gurley. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Texans' 23-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
Even, 4th down, even.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. And that kneeled down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you've won a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking a knee here.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Los Angeles, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the end.